hope you enjoy the footage, the photos of me and my time on the Pinhoti Trail. So very quickly, I want to talk to you about what I experienced and what I learned, pro, con. I did not make it the full 340 miles of the trail, and as someone that has a lot of inner peace, I'm able to accept that. It was the first day on the Pinhoti Trail. It's 4:40, November 29th. Ooh, it gets dark so early. And this is home for the night. It's like Blair Witch Project. Some of the things that worked for me was the cooking system. So I displayed in my packing list. I felt like that it was very successful. As I lift it up though, I go, ooh, can't wait to cold soak on the Appalachian Trail. I also highly recommend bone broth, be it chicken or beef flavor. If you can find another brand other than Lana Life, these are about $2 a packet. But heating these up and having a good source of protein and a warm drink at night was very helpful. I absolutely love the sleeping bag. As on the packing video, I didn't need to use the liner other than one night. This is actually, I misspoke, this is a 0-degree bag. And so when the temperature dropped to 26 on the first night, I did use the liner. I slept in my base layer. But the rest of the nights, I didn't use the liner, and there was like a slow increase. I had great weather for 5 days. So of course that worked for me as far as, there was no precipitation, some humidity or whatever, a little bit of condensation on the bag and on the tent. And I guess I should have taken care of the tent sooner because now I have some mold. This is the second road walk of the Pinhoti Trail, the Alabama side. Just past the Tasty Dollar General. Dr. Pepper and nacho cheese Doritos, yummy. 22 miles into this trip, and we'll see where it all plays out, how it all ends up. I think that they should have more dollar stores on the trail. I ended up choosing to stop because the forecast is talking about 5 days of possible, and certain days obviously with a higher percentage of precipitation. It was cold, it's wintertime hiking, and I knew that I wasn't going to be able to successfully finish the trail. And I had a very tight timeline, and the days were short, and I was out of shape. So a combination of all of the above, and then coupled with the fact that I was going to miss my anniversary, and a risk that I and my partner were willing to take. And if I was really able to accomplish the goal. And I am what I enjoy about through hiking is more of the endurance factor and the really pushing myself, and knowing that I wasn't going to be able to accomplish it really, disheartened me. Take those long water carries seriously. I took the Be Free. I have used this particular Be Free for approximately 400 miles, and I have attempted to flush it on a couple of different occasions, and this is what I ran into the first time I attempted to filter water on the trail. And at that particular pace, I found myself knowing that I was not going to, again, move efficiently and as effectively as I wanted to. So this is what I have to say about the Be Free. course, I say that, but I will be using it in the future. And I'm just going to have to accept the fact that lifetime guarantee means, for me, 400 miles.
This is home for the night.
This is the roadbed in section 3, 8 miles in.
We'll go up here. See the trail. Miles into day 3. Slow moving, but I don't have a lot of daylight. I'm sitting about 50 miles in at this point. High tension power lines. Cliffs. Rocking day 4 on the Pinhoti Trail. About high 60s into this. Hopefully I'll finish today. High 70s. So on one side of me, pretty cool little scenic view. And on the other side, the remnants of a forest fire. Yeah, I saw some smoldering ashes and still a few tiny flames. I don't know if you can see those ashes in the distance or not, but that is what I am working with today. This sweet section is called the Stairway to Heaven. 600 feet in elevation gain, or about a third of a mile. My best guess is that I'm headed up there. Oh.
I did wear the chacos, and I found that with all of the leaves and perhaps the wet ground underneath, etc., I was slipping more than I would have liked to. I was rolling my ankles quite a bit, and over the course of 95 miles, that got to be pretty frustrating and annoying. And I found that when I completed the BMT, which is approximately 300 miles, that these hiking tivas, I don't recall, and maybe absence makes the heart and mind grow fonder, or just forgot about the pains, if you will, that I found that the hiking tivas probably work better. I have a more positive neuroassociation of that experience. Although I remember the chacos were the first sandals that I wore that were, really helped me avoid getting blisters and losing toenails. I did use the Genie toe socks and a darn tough mid warmth, or mid, as a cover, and my feet stayed warm. I mean, I used a thick sock as a sleeping sock, and again, I didn't have any problem with warmth. So I was able to manage that particular fear.
Today is to be my last day on this trail. I can't think of a prettier view to end it with. So hi-ho the Dario. This is the view from Pulpit Rock in Chia State Park, Alabama. It's my last day out here on the Pinhoti. Made about 100 miles, stopped at Shahia State Park, and I'm going to be picked up, celebrate my anniversary tomorrow, soon off to visit family. I would have liked to complete it all 340 miles, but you know, I learned a lot about what I need to do for the Appalachian Trail, and you know, I got in 100 miles in 5 days. Can't complain about that. Here's to more adventures.
I should have done more research. I did have a guide, and what I found was that, in a very quick perusal of the guide, no excuses, but busy life, those things, that I thought that there were going to be more trail towns, 2 or 3 other trail towns in the first 100 miles, and there was not. There were some listed on the guide I was using, but that required either getting a lift into town or walking miles in and out of the way. And again, for my particular style of hiking, I didn't want to do that. I had enough food to make it to the state park, and I was certainly fine. Easily another day or 2 that I could have stretched as far as food goes, but I definitely expected something in between. I feel like being in a little bit better shape would have helped me feel a little bit more confident about the mileage or the pace that I was making on the Pinhoti. I chose not to hike in the morning or in the darks because I was unfamiliar with the trail. It was actually very well marked, and I probably could have if I had enough confidence on the trail or on that particular trail. I have some lower back pain that seems to be really threatening my ability to even train or walk somewhere between 5, 10, 15, 20 miles to prep for this trail as it gets closer for the Appalachian Trail. So if you're following me, hopefully that adds a little bit of drama, and if you're not, then you're probably not watching this video. Either way, I wish you happy trails on all of your future hiking endeavors. That's not how I want to close. I don't want to say that either. The trail journey. Let me say that even my dog Oreo is bored.